the elemental damage, which is gonna fucking suck for her. Just being very brutally honest here. So I'm not expecting me to really use her that much. Take 35% less damage for sarcasm enemies. Holy shit, that's actually a really good relic. Because from what I know, when it comes to this IS-5, my goodness, there is a lot of obviously sarcasm enemies because it's a sarcasm-based IS expansion. They're kind of prevalent still, regardless, on the other ISs to an extent, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But yeah, like those relics specifically are just really fucking good. On top of the fact there's also that 50% one. Hey, both of those together, you're gonna pretty much be a nuke. Even if you become a nuke, the enemies become a nuke themselves. Anyway, which of course is certain characters that can kind of mostly ignore a lot, which I'm looking at like Kazdel, for example. In Provision Squad, best, 100% the best. I'm starting to notice that's like, yeah, that one, you go for that one. You 100% go for that one. That one is like probably one of the best. Second best would probably be like the one that's a guaranteed 5-star promotion, so you can easily go for Tin Man, and that's like an easy plus 14 toil limit. So that one's also really good. It's not so much in other ones, because I feel like in the other ones, like, there's not really, like, a character that really helps out in those. Like, you have a support character that, I guess, does more damage, but, like, you just also have usually, like, characters that can do the same or more. But with Tin Man actually adds a bit of exclusivity here. You could make the argument of, Buck Girl in IS-3, but I think she's still kind of she's in a better position than IS-4 character. I can't remember her name right now. That's why I'm not really saying her name. But even still, personally speaking, you're better off just like using her in certain scenarios. She still has a more of a use case than the other girl, but you could use other characters too, and it will work out. IS-2 is just it's kind of a simulation of IS-4 in terms of like how useful Fuckboy is. And that goes to show. Like Tin Man is like actually well thought of for the event. That actually is useful for once. Which is sad to say. He's probably the best IS character we've gone that actually helps out in said IS. Anyway. So, best character. I'm going for the best character in this scenario. Veritosa. You gotta remember, true damage is your friend. Necrosis does true damage over time. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe the flame debuff is arts damage res reduction, essentially, and you have a burst damage. But Veritosa is just really fucking good in this. Especially with the amount of enemies. She can be a slowdown, she can be consistent, like, eventually she's going to do damage. There's relics that boost her ability of use case. You could make the argument of the latest caster girl. You could use her with Veritosa. Like, there's a lot of ways you can go about this that can work into your favor. I am going to go with Veritosa. And I've really had a hard time deciding the best, at least card-wise. It's like certain 4-stars in certain groups that I think are the best choice, or close to being pretty good choices. But for like IS-5 here, I mean, have a guard here. My bad, not IS-5, but guard here. I think Lu Xiaohe, ironically, is the best, just because of his second skill that, of course, ignores 160 enemy defense, which just means he's going to do a lot more damage than most of these other characters against the Sargnamarch enemies, the low HP, high defenses enemies that are in the millions in this event. He's probably the best choice because of that. And if you missed out, Ripozo is all I can really say. Like, I am being a little Amazon Gold here, but you pretty much missed out on like one of the best freebies for collabs. So, sorry, but it's not coming back. For those that are wondering, Lu Xiaohe, anything related to him, will not come back. Just because they're banned. This franchise is banned in China, which originated from China. This goes to show how much bad situation China is in terms of how authoritarian they are. But regardless, me roasting China for the millionth time here. This kind of sucks actually. So something I've been doing that I've been kind of like thinking of the meta is that the first floor, getting 4 battles is like your best thing you can do, especially in hard difficulties. You can build up your characters really quickly. This is better off, especially because you can choose like more plans as an option, or you get like 1 extra, maybe, yeah, 1 extra with the investment tree. It's like, to me, I think your best bet, if you're lucky enough and you can try multiple battles at the start. We're not going to go that hard because, again, this is a monthly squad. I don't expect it. I don't think the levels are high. I think it's like close to like 1 or 0, unless it's like 4. I don't really know exactly what level they try to make it for the monthly, but we're not going to go that hard. We're not going to go that serious, but that's something I've been doing for at least the first floor. Like, how easy it is to get more plans, and if you know what you're doing, like, let's be brutally honest here. It's not hard to get overpowered quickly in this if you know what you're doing. And that's why I'm understanding more now of why people are saying this is one of the easier IS5s. I mean, integrated strategies. Just because me actually going through it, it's like, holy shit. It's really easy to get overpowered if you know what you're doing. And that's something, like, for me that actually has not played it before, couldn't really vouch for. As I've always said before, if I don't have a chance to play it, how the fuck am I gonna know how good it's gonna be?
An improv from us.
I'll put you in. Oh, this will be my first time trying out with Mudrock, by the way. I think Mudrock's one of those interesting use case characters where it's like, I could see a lot of use case within it, especially in this, but there's a lot of problems with trying to use her that it'd just be better off going with something else.
Over already.
The fact that you can't deal with her elemental damage that easily.
I'd much rather perform for you a piece inspired by that cloud passing overhead.
That's probably one of the biggest issues I have of, like, character situational in this, is like, you're really better off. Also, like, Kira's not a bad choice here because of her range, going for the first boss. Anyway, just but yeah, it's just overall better to focus on characters that can heal with elemental damage. And that's why it's like certain characters get like really buffed when it comes to that scenario where they can't easily get elemental damage.
Notes fall into memory,
which is smart.
And a melody resonates in the mind. An improv from us.
Oh, well, just...
あ、これでいいでしょ。オッケー。
The concert may be but with suffering will come to rest.
Mission
Yep.
accomplished. うーわ、やっば。嘘でしょ。ノーダメでここまでできるの。
I roast it, it comes to me. Like, it's still not like a great relic, but...
Finally giving me a real fun job.
The irony of that recounter now is that it really doesn't matter if you go for Doodle of Hope. Because with Doodle of Hope, you can get emergency ops through encounters. So it's like, it's pointless to worry about that. Yeah, actually, going for Fiala will be a good option here. I'm just gonna go Flames and then we'll leave. Enemies have minus 12 defense.
How about a slice of lava cake before we head out? It was one of Mom's traditions.
Okay. Well, it depends upon what we get. I mean, we could probably do Scout here. We'd probably be fine doing emergency ops and the Scout. We'll go for collectible, squad size deployment and shield. Scout. Here's the operator. I think we have enough power here. We could go with Veritessa. We're gonna go down the road here. We really don't have like the best setup that I want at the start of the gate, especially with the E2. By this point, I should have like an E2 character. Oh, we got the minus HP drop. Rip. I'm gonna wait.
Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles. Let's not stay too long.
Yep. Oh, you guys there. This could be a, brutally honest, be a difficult stage. I might actually consider this. I don't know. I was just looking at a rest here. This is probably one of the worst rests to get from the second floor, just because of the fact you have to deal with these guys. And the way the map encourages you placing up here more, especially if you get really unlucky with the marks of a poach. You can easily get screwed over, by the way, by the echoes of a poach a lot of the time. That's why going for like Texas at the start is like also a really good starting option. Okay. Let me get these guys out.
Mission accomplished.
Shit.
Quest 達成。終わった。
Nice. Yeah, we'll do that. We can use... I have never actually really used the new module for Mudrock here. So I'm debating upon what skill would I use? I guess it depends upon the stage, I guess. So that's one of the situational. Furnace volunteers. This one could actually be a bit tricky here, but we should be able to handle it.
Please double check your protective gear. Also, remember to keep a safe
We're gonna
distance
probably do
from the
Mudrock
lava
first, then.
and give regular status reports.
But you down?
Magma will dredge up Originium veins. Keep your distance.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。こういうシーン、マジで漫画でしか見たことないんだけど。
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to kill this if I can.
Oh, flowing magma. Please, slow your steps.
I can understand, like, if you don't have as much power, that they allow you to try to take care of these guys early on, but...
Mission accomplished.
うわ、やっば。嘘でしょ。ノーダメでここまでできるの。
Hey. Yeah. No. This, yep. I'd like to grab more, but I'm not gonna risk it. At least for this. We're gonna wait. That's not too bad. Virtuosa, oh, and a plan. I'm gonna be honest. This is not such an amazing set here, but
What audience have you picked for me today?
yeah, I'll probably go the top route here. What's the battle? Liver Watcher. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll refresh. Okay, not too of a bad one. I'm trying to remember which one's the one that's like the worst for this now. There's one, but I can't exactly remember which one it was. There's just certain fights where it's just like it's not really worth, and then there's some fights that are like way too easy for its own good.
こいつらってみんな悪いやつなの？暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance. A solo to you. What would you like to hear? Oh, glowing magma. Please, slow your steps.
やば。ちょっと緊張してるかも。
Thank you.
The concert, liberty, and sunlight, all around us.
Showcasing stupidly how strong Virtuosa by herself is.
Watch me cut all that hair on your head.
Oh, didn't realize there was gonna be one more enemy, but okay.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Quest 達成。 終わった。
Kind of an odd position to get a defender again. When I get there. Yeah, just use that. And I'm not really joking there. It's like when I actually get there. Like I so far
That's one.
I can't really say guarantee anything, but I'm halfway there. So
しっかり捕まってドクター。僕の能力で向こうに飛んだ方が早いから。
An improv from us.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
The concert may begin at any time.
that's kind of an interesting scenario there, because he won't be able to hit and he gets faster. But he will eventually die before he can do anything.
What would you... Liberty and sunlight all around us.
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
Oh, flowing madness. Please, slow your steps. ¿Crees que puedes atraparme? Ni de broma.
So I think this run for the monthly is not going to be too insane. It's going to be pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the fact that we just kind of casually get minus 35 damage reduction is an insane relic in its own right. So
クエスト達成。
I guess for sarcasm.
終わった。
Point limit plus 5. Awesome. I would, but I think we're gonna be fine without. So I guess Podenko, but I don't think I'm gonna end up using Podenko. Because we're gonna go up here, so we can go to the emergency. Yep. But I do want to, at least if we can, beat one of the new bosses.
Contempt for the law.
At least try to.
The words of my codex will prove their own worth.
Can't guarantee I will.
This time, I will hand down a fair verdict.
But we'll see.
Okay. こ
improv from us.
Your crimes are irrefutable.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。よくない。言わん。立ち上がる。
Go.
ヘイチ、僕は強いんだぞ。くらえ。よくない。言わん。立ち上がる。ヘイチ、ドクターのお手伝いだぞ。ヘイチ、ドクター近づかないで。
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend.
Okay, I'm actually now moving.
What the law does not specify, I will
The concert, what would you like suffering, will come to rest.
Mission accomplished.
They knew what they were doing when adding some of these stages for, like, let's say the canon stages.
Perhaps
This
there
is
will
the
still be
one
people
up, at least the
gazing
two I
across
know
this
of that are
volcano
canon
a
stages,
century
unless
from
I'm
now.
mistaken, and there's
Their
more.
footprints will cover ours, and the seeds buried beneath
This
the
one
ash
isn't as bad
will
because, of
bloom
course,
into even more
EX is
beautiful
the
flowers.
challenge mode version is the one that has the canon, while the other one is, I think, the same actually. Unless no. I think I'm sticking there. But yeah, some of those stages are like the next one, the other one, pretty much on the 5th level, is probably like one of the worst stages in the IS5, by far. So I'll grab this so we can use this. Careless magic. Okay, we've already done this one. Okay, fine.
Notes fall into memory, and a melody resonates in the mind.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
Magma will dredge up originium veins. Keep your distance.
近づかないで。
Why the heck would I? What?
A solo. To you.
Like, even here's the issue though with that thought process. I would love to if it wasn't for the fact that times
What would you like to
it's
hear?
not a
And
guarantee
sunlight all around us.
that will happen, where you can keep yourself from not leaking. But because of course my first attempts, like there's gonna be points where I probably will end up leaking regardless. That's why I'm not like too concerned or worried about trying to do that. And if you really wanted to make sure you could do that without any problems, you could just also go with like a run that starts with Fuckboy, Tin Man, or maybe a Toil Limit. Who knows? Like, there's a lot of ways you can go about it. I mean, at this point, I don't need to say anything I like about it, but just for my, just seeing for myself, I'm not too worried about that.
Ecstasy as bright as gold. みんな無事だよね。よかった。
Okay, yeah, go to Texas. We'll continue on. I don't rarely, but I say that. I mean, I do it a lot, just because I'm a lot. I usually take a lot more risks off stream, but yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Interesting. So there is actually no Okay. I'm still figuring out like the fact you can combine these. Like, you would think to an extent that some of them would combine, but no. There's some that do. Like, for example, there's the HP and the attack one. You can eventually combine it to, I forgot what it's called, but it pretty much like 30% attack, 50% HP. Yeah. Sure. Also doesn't know that we got oddities here, so yeah. You know what, I might as well. Bad combo relics to get, but I guess if you wanted to be high risk, high reward, go with Ike Blake's suggestion of just keeping out 1 HP and grabbing everything. Then I guess the 1 HP relics, the King relics, could work with that, but to me, I feel like that's way too much of a risk, personally. I guess it depends upon the individual, of course. Accesso.
Ho una visuale chiara sull'obiettivo della missione. Avvistamento confermato.
Yeah, that worked. That should be fine, that worked. I find this stage to be rather interesting because the way they went about it is that they did a they made it so that the harder version or the other version, the boss spawns instantly here, which I think is interesting.
A solo to you.
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance.
The complex ecstasy, as bright as gold.
Le tue ultime parole non mi interessano comunque.
What would you like to hear?
Qui non è successo niente.
Well, so I could probably do this.
Ashes from volcanoes. They consume and erase, and nourish and propagate.
Questo ti farà tacere.
What are you waiting for? He's got. Watch out! Here comes Storyteller! What are you waiting for? It's gotta be me!
Yeah, no. I'm being way too stupid with use case here. Like, that's the reason why I have Texas, is so that she can handle these crystals.
Questo ti farà tacere. Assumo le posizioni designate. Questo ti farà tacere. Più fai veloce, meno.
父が私の意志に応えてくれる。
Okay, I was kind of curious. They're like, wait, what the hell? It's like, who's waiting? Just one random dude that gives you like time to destroy that.
Mission accomplished.
But yeah, the other version I feel like is actually better because you have the time to just work on the boss quickly. Because like the enemies that continue to spawn on the top haven't really changed.
Thank you for once again reminding me of this fact.
Range all operators gain okay. Honestly, I don't really like all these choices as much. I guess we could do hibernating again. I mean, we could also do the personal Witch Watch terminal as well, but I guess we could force myself to Lost and Found. I guess I'll do that. I don't really I barely have like the want to do that because there's like really no points into doing that. Ooh. There's a lot of choices with this one. You go for a free saga, E2 Penance, Texas, or Kira, or we could go for Ella, Eslon, or Enforcer, or Rathlos. Ooh. We also, I believe we also have the, yeah, Solo Blade, Reaper. This is annoying. It actually kind of is annoying, because, I mean, we could go for Rathlos. You know what? Let's do Rathlos. Let's go Rathlos here. I barely used the dude. We lost the possibility because I'm forcing myself to Lost and Found. That's ripperoni for me, but take out Penance.
No problem. I'm already done.
Oh yeah, this is pretty much a Veritosa solo stage. The reason why I do Veritosa is because the game really just, in IS5, it just throws at you so many enemies that love true damage. So you might as well go with Veritosa.
Cercate di non lasciare macchie di sangue. Sono difficili da pulire.
The liberty and sunlight all around us. Volcanic soot contains lots of originating.
I'm going in! Primed and ready. I see through you.
I'm at this point I'm being stupid, yes.
I see through you.
Ashes from volcanoes. They consume and erase, then nourish and propagate.
Primed and ready.
What would ecstasy as bright as gold?
Assumo le posizioni designate. Fortuna ti ha abbandonato. Ora te la
Oh, we
vedrai
might
con
actually have an extra enemy.
Più fai veloce, meno farai
Oh,
male.
hey, Gopnik!
Più fai veloce,
あ、ご飯ちょうだい。
Raw.
questo ti farà tacere.
戦場それは変わらないも
Oh,
の命令を
okay, never mind then.
Qui non è successo niente.
The liberty and sunlight all around us.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
Questo ti farà tacere. Assumo le posizioni.
Accomplished.
Okay, that's the first time Gopnik for this month. Kinda wish that happened last month, but whatever.
Perhaps there will still be people gazing across this volcano
Whatever.
a century from now. Their footprints will cover ours, and the seeds buried
Sniper
beneath the
or
ash
specialist,
will bloom
specialist.
into even more beautiful flowers.
Honestly, probably the shield. Just because there'd be more stats. Oh! I don't know if this really applies to everyone, but for those that are affected, are you guys ready for a blizzard tomorrow? Yeah, so supposedly in our area, because like the weather is rapidly changing, now the forecast is saying that we're probably going to get a blizzard.
Sitting around in an office
But you know,
won't bring about
you think you're like at
justice.
the end of winter,
That's one thing
and then
I know
the
for
weather
fact.
says, nah, bro, this is the start. This is the start of the weather. Also, Rathalos isn't as great as I thought he would be, with the minus 7% damage reduction. I mean, damage. More.
戦いの時だ。
Do 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 do.
暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
Volcanic soot contains lots of an improv trauma. What would you like to hear? Feel your own self to your heart's content.
Raw.
¿Crees que puedes atraparme? Ni de broma.
Mission start. Target position is a lock.
Questo ti farà tacere.
Those particles have no place here. I'll send them away.
What are you waiting? Let's out! Here comes Storyteller! やば。ちょっと緊
Qui non è successo niente. Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
自分の大地こそが嫌だ
ご飯ちょうだい。
I'll take you out.
Which area
Thank
am
you.
I heading to?
Hai un problema da risolvere?
私の声に応え
Assumo le posizioni designate.
What are you waiting? Let's out! Here comes Storyteller!
私の声に応え
Hai un problema da risolvere? Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
連綿たる山々となる
Hai un problema da risolvere?
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
We are one step closer to the truth of this land, Professor.
That's still annoying, but I should disappear. So I should be fine doing these two. Emphasis on should. It's not a guarantee. So we're gonna go Kira because why not? And collectible +2 loyal, perfectly cleared, or attack speed for casting special by 6 for each moment in the combat squad. Ooh, this one's not bad. Because Toro limit I could ignore a little bit more. Granted, that's like 5 extra, so it'd be 31. Honestly, I should probably go for this. Go for the 10%. Now we have... Oh, right! I forgot we're supposed to place it down 10 times, and I completely spaced that off, by the way. I legitimately just spaced that off. That's what we're supposed to do. I've just been enjoying the run. Like, that, again, IS-5 has pretty much became enjoyable. Almost on par of, IS-2.
ではクエスト開始。
You know what?
Qui non è successo niente.
That's actually better. I made a mistake. I meant to press begin battle, but
Qui
whatever.
non è successo niente.
Oh.
A solo. To you.
Questo ti farà tacere.
The concert ecstasy as bright as gold.
Mission accomplished.
I get it second out. The slowdown would have probably helped out, but there's that chance that she could have died too if I didn't have Texas. So.
In questa lotta non ci sono esplosioni né tifo. C'è qualcosa che non va.
More squad
Torniamo
size.
indietro. Starò meglio dopo
Defender
aver bevuto
or
qualcosa.
sniper? Probably defender. Get pennant C2.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
私も任務に参加するんですか？
Okay. We can actually... Ooh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. First of all... Yeah, we'll waste a little bit of a HP just so we can get the maximum amount of return here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I usually do what you would create, but we'll do this instead. We will go for the Arknights. Get 2 random collectible relics. Enemies take physical damage. Actually, not bad. We'll go here. Yeah, we'll lose 1 more life, but that's perfectly fine. Perfume. Yep, perfume. Use 2 plans. Yeah, do nameless token. We're gonna be doing some false of truth here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll go for coin-operated toy. Your thoughts are lost to the epical porch. Okay, so we can't do any more. That's perfectly fine. Getting more ingots. Since it looks like we're gonna have an ingot run here anyway. Better start plus 12. We can now leave if we want to, but we won't. Looks like top row is gonna be our best bet here, actually. So we're gonna go through the possibility, and then we'll do face off. I mean, we could go bottom, go down here, then face off. That's something we could do. Yep, no, we're fine, we're fine. Like, this team should work, regardless. First boss is pretty much at this point, I got down pretty darn well. I think it's actually easier than the last boss.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Qui non è successo
I have to get serious now. An improv from us. Feel your own self to your heart's content. Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Le tue ultime parole? Non mi interessano comunque.
戦場それは変わらないもの
I have to get serious now. Ashes from volcanoes. They consume and erase, then nourish and propagate.
I am fighting for more than... Qui non è successo niente.
We're counting on you again today, little apple. Gather around it, guys.
Hai un problema da risolvere? No matter what, there is no such thing as absolute justice. But I still invoke it.
大地こそ我が友
Good shit. Just a sec, everyone.
The comfort, liberty, and sunlight.
Okay, I need to
all
do something,
around
so I'm gonna have to be back here. I'll be back in a sec.
Mission accomplished.
The #1 rule of playing a master prank.
We'll continue on here. Now, I was just thinking here, based off how long it's been, playing to a go. My main goal is at least to beat a new boss. We'll see how that goes, but it might be just one more run after this, because I'm mostly gonna need to do a lot of stuff around the house, so... Because of that, Hopefully I won't stay too long here. I am gonna, so what I've been actually doing, by the way, with the, which relic, the hand of rendering, I've been also going with Mountain S3. Mountain S3 is one of those skills that I feel like is very, very underrated. I've been actually really enjoying using S3 against the boss. But I think it has a lot more use case than that, and I think is definitely one of those skills to look into one of these days to use than just S2 for him. But I tried starting out with Changyu. Changyu is not a great start out character for this event, this IS, just because it's like it's really hard for him to get going, and it's really like punishing to try to use him. But if you can get him going and have a team around him, I think he's not a bad character to go for, especially with the relics available. Okay, so we're gonna go into a possibility here. This will be the first time doing it. He just takes 2 plans, yada yada yada. Bizarre fragments are OP as hell. They essentially expand your run twofold. Have more, gain more experience. This is actually a really good one. More enemies appear and more experience. Hell the fuck yeah. Rogue Mercenaries, yeah. This is the one that I personally believe is by far, one of the worst stages to deal with because of how this map's laid out and so many other factors. Honestly though, also I want to say this right now with Divine Design. Divine Design is not bad. High difficulties, the enemies start to do a lot of damage, even where I'm at right now, but not like enough to 1-shot or 2-shot, but it's getting there. The funny thing about this stage, depending upon the phone, this up here would be blocked. I don't know what visual decision they did with this thing here, but this right here ends up blocking a lot of this. So in a lot of ways, you actually could be blind on the top row here. It's something that I've noticed. I have a lot of issues with this IS with this phone when I'm like in the full screen mode. It's a phone. So it's something I want to mention that I think is rather interesting to know. I am going to do Rogue Mercenary because I think this can work. Veritosa. Veritosa is just going to clean house here. We have Mudrock for bait, and we have characters that can deal with the onslaught that's coming in. So, and we have Texas that we need to use her somewhere. We can. So, like, if you have the characters, Rogue Mercenary, while it can be the worst map, is manageable. Especially with Veritosa. I am gloating the fuck out of Veritosa, but like, I'm gonna be really honest, Veritosa is really fucking good. She just is.
A solo to you. The concert. Feel your own self to your heart's content. Volcanic soot contains liquid.
We're counting on you again today, little apple. 暗殺なら結構得意だよ。
Oh, use my skill.
Oh, I have to get serious now.
戦場それは変わらないもの
Melt away.
So yeah, I want to talk about the stage here because this stage, while at first seems hectic and insane, more you play with it, the more it's like, oh, I see what they did there. Pretty much this stage works in a way that depending upon where you place your shield character, these inner high tiles you can place the character at. So for example, here and here, if you put a shield defender here, this is, I think, probably one of the best placements, honestly, in my opinion, for characters in this stage. And you'll kind of see here that it works perfectly well. You can also probably put it over here as well. Like, there's a lot of ways you can go about this map. But the biggest nuisance and issue is Mudrock herself. It's funny that they give you Mudrock, and I think this is intentional that they want you to use Mudrock for this stage. Anyway. Also, yes. It's funny that the boss does take damage.
Which area? I see through you.
But you don't.
Gather around, guys.
Qui non è successo.
Primed and ready. I'm going in.
Più fai veloce, meno
Rip.
farà male.
私の声に応え
Suffering will come to rest. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Questo ti farà tacere. Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
Take out Northhorn. Also 5k HP, 9k HP. Wait, why do we have so much HP? I don't think
What
I...
would you like to hear?
It's just because it's Northhorn, I guess.
父が私の意志に応えてくれる
Oh, right! Vertosa.
What
Okay,
comfort
Vertosa is the
may be
reason.
given
Go.
anytime.
It's like, I keep forgetting that, like, she has other additives to her, skill. Like, highest HP gets more HP, highest attack gets more attack, and the one that has the highest defense gets highest defense.
命令を
I keep forgetting that.
傾けている
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Questo ti farà tacere. Assumo le posizioni designate.
私の声に応える
Almost gather around me, guys. What would you like to hear?
Questo ti farà tacere. Più fai veloce, meno farà male. Qui non è successo. Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
Actually, you know what? Northhorn, have fun.
Which area? That's my window. Which area am I heading to? That's my window.
Mission accomplished.
Good shit.
A trial in all its vaunted glory will not bring about any substantive change.
More life.
It matters
Awesome.
more
It's,
what we do
I noticed that
after
I have
trial.
like getting like life,
Doctor,
like at plus
I've
1 to
seen
life
what you've
points
done,
is like a
find it
very,
praiseworthy.
very rare one to get. And you know, Babik doesn't sound bad. It's been a long time since I've actually really used Babik, but unfortunately, we have characters to eat too, so. Air shield, or yeah, we'll go with shield. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good, Yanif. Yeah, that should work. This will be fine. Oh, this is challenge mode, so I should be a little bit careful here.
Let's go!
Do 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 do.
Gather around me, guys. No, we'll dredge up original.
This time, I will hand down a fair verdict.
Look at this spectacular, unsteady posture, wavering in 10,000 moves in one breath. One should spar, strike, and sunder the tide's cleft. Retract, and leave.
We have to get serious now. Liberty and sunlight all around us.
Questo ti farà tacere. Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
Whew. Oh, I have to get serious now.
One should, after all this time, you still tend to war for solutions.
Prime and Ray. Which area am I? I'm going in!
Qui non è successo niente.
Prime and Ray.
One should spar, unsteady posture, wavering intent. Much to learn yet.
Gather around me, guys.
I am fighting for...
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions.
Obiettivo avvistato. Ci vorrà solo un minuto. Più fai veloce, meno farà male. No matter what there is no such thing as absolute justice. But I still invoke it.
I would like to get in there, but like they did a perfect job of like keeping these guys sort of safe.
An improv from us.
But at the same time, they're not like fully
Liberty
safe anyway.
and sunlight all around us.
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions.
What the law does not... There is no such thing as absolute justice. But I still invoke it.
What should I play with you? What's with all that hair on your head?
There you go.
うわ、やっば嘘でしょ。ノーダメでここまでできるの。
Okay, collectible. I guess we could go for E2 capper. Collectible. This works with the toy, so we're gonna go for more ingots. Yeah, we'll probably go lost and found here. Another rogue mercenary.
The sunset weaves a silken river. Heaven and earth bolster me upon departure. Look at this spectacle. 1,000 moves in one breath. At your command, 1,000 moves in one breath.
An improv from us.
At your 1,000 moves in one breath.
Gather around me, guys.
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Strike, and sunder the tide's cleft. Retract, and leave no peace bereft. After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions.
Piano.
Almost gather around me, guys.
I think game music sound is a bit higher than your voice. I know that I did recently update OBS, and I didn't change anything, so it could be because of the new update for OBS. That's a very big possibility, which is something I've noticed. I think I kind of know something with the decibel, but I didn't think much of it. Let me see here. Where would I put it? Let me just a sec here. They don't show anything. Is it in here? No. Is it here? No. It's not exactly what I want to look for. Okay. Well, I'm exploring way too much just to figure this out. I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna do that. There we go. That should be an easy fix in trying to do OBS stuff. It could be because of that too.
Nice. Right here. Primed and ready. That's my window.
Ashes from volcanoes. They consume and erase, then nourish and propagate.
I'm going in. Primed and ready.
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. Strike, and sunder the tides cleft. Retract, and leave no peace bereft.
Nope.
Obiettivo avvistato. Ci vorrà solo un minuto.
Mission accomplished.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, it could have been that too. Sometimes I might make a mistake where it's like, oh, I may have the game volume so high.
What the?
It happens. At this point, there's only 2 characters I could eat to, and at this point, I really don't want to worry too much about. So, what I'll probably do is just grab a random character, like Hummus, and then continue on. Do I want to go Lost and Found? I guess we could. Yeah, let's just check it out, see if anything we could grab. Square box, Prophet Horn. Oh yeah, but we won't have enough. Yeah, okay. So I need to remember when I get to Lost and Found and get that I have enough boat plans to actually do something with it. So it's kind of nice that you can figure out if it's gonna be a 1v1 or a 2v2 based off the character portraits in the encounter. So if it's 2 characters, it's 2 for 2v2. If it's 1 character, it's 1v1. I mean, you can also just see when you get into this here, but
Let's go.
okay, this is actually gonna be a sort of easy one.
An improv from us.
I would like to do something like Rathlos or Fuckboy. but I'm probably gonna go with Mudrock.
自分のための戦いを
I don't trust going for something else.
An improv from us. What would you like? Suffering will come to rest.
よくだよ祝うよ立ち上がれ
Guessed on both of us. Yep. But you're still getting slowed down, bro.
祝うよ立ち上がれ 連綿たる山々となる 私の声に応える
Your shit? I think if I did I have anyone tough enough, I might have probably went with Texas. It would have been a lot more risky, but it have worked out. Sniper or guard? At this point, it really doesn't matter. We have a good enough team as is. Great Academy. Okay. This one's not a bad one, but there's definitely some stages like I forget remember what it's called. But there is a stage out there that is just by far the easiest. Especially by the point you get to it, it's like you have a lot of answers to it that if you don't, then that's kind of on you.
Notes fall into memory, and a melody resonates in the mind.
I have to get serious now.
An improv from
I am gonna do something a little different here because of this verb.
Volcanic soot contains lots of suffering will come to rest.
1,000 moves in one breath.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
One should spar unsteady posture, wavering intent. Much to learn yet.
Melt away, life-depriving stone.
Più fai veloce, meno fa...
Gather around me, guys.
One should strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract, leave no peace bereft.
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
At your unsteady posture, I see through you. At your 1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. Strike and sunder the tides left. Retract and leave no peace bereft.
I could actually legitimately solo the boss of Changyu. It's just that we have like the right collectibles to do that. And by the way, the reason why she's not getting targeted is because when he does that attack, he pretty much becomes invisible. I mean, not invisible, unblocked, which then he targets whoever is he could target. It's a bit of a funny thing about Arknights is like the weird mechanics that the game instantly realizes that it should do. So for example, because he's no longer being blocked, Penance is now invisible, which then he targets someone else because she's invisible, even though he's technically on her still. Arknight's logic.
Mission accomplished.
So in some scenarios, you could use that to your advantage. So for example, in that position, you could have a character that, even if you have issues with elemental damage, you don't have to worry about it because that pretty much sorcerer won't go after that character because the enemy can't see them for some stupid, I say stupid reason, but game logical reason. We'll go for an E2 Myrtle.
It's been a while since I beat anyone up. Hope I didn't get too rusty.
This would have been good earlier on. I'm gonna go for the Expeditional Sphere pack, but both of these are not that great right now and are somewhat, in some ways, situational. Yeah, I will lose one life, but that's fine with me. Okay, all of these are gonna be uncommon. Go for that. I'll take that. That actually kind of helps me out here. That just only gives me shield. Yes. So some of these you can combine together. So we'll do this and this to get Rise and Fall. 30% attack, 50% HP. That's why I haven't been destroying all of these. Now I wish... Okay, so there's some that do... Okay, so 2 Outbloods make Flame. Can't put 2 flames together, unfortunately. But in this scenario, since we're kind of at the end, I'm probably going to use Rise and Fall, or... at the same time, I think it's not a bad idea to go for like negative 20 redeployment time, because that reduces the first boss's negative 50 redeployment time, which makes it to negative 30%, or something along that. I don't think that's how it exactly works, math-wise in the game's calculation. I could be wrong, but maybe I'm right. Regardless, that is something to take in consideration. So at this point, unless you have another floor, I think it's wise to just use the ones that you aren't going to use and just get your shield. So at this point I have 9 shield. -1 deployment. That's actually genuinely annoying, but the reason why I haven't done plans is because it only gives you hope. I mean, there's that chance it randomly could give you something if you mix them together, but overall, it depends upon the scenario, and to me, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. The only one that's not E2 is Fiala, which is annoying, because that does mean reduced HP, but we have, like, a lot of things at our disposal that, in reality, I'm not scared or afraid of that.
Contempt for the law is a crime.
I'll probably use
The words
Texas
of my codex will
to
prove their
bait.
own worth.
Good scenery here. We're counting on you again today, little apple. Magma will dredge up Originium veins. Keep your distance.
Le tue ultime parole? Non mi interessano comunque. Più fai veloce, meno farà male.
Look at this strike! And sunder the tides cleft.
I have to get serious now.
Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet. One should unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet.
Those particles have...
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. Unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to
Yeah.
learn.
You see, that's how easy this boss can be. It gets pretty insane quickly. I'll just do this just to...
Le tue ultime parole? Non mi interessano comunque.
Many intellectuals must join the battle before penning
That's
peace
not
and
great, but I'll take it.
including that sister of mine.
Questo ti farà tacere. Assumo le posizioni designate.
What would feel your own self to your heart's content?
Nice. Right here. Which area? That's my window.
You should be able to solo.
Which area am I heading to?
Oh, close. He was almost.
Many intellectuals must join a battle before
Magma would dredge up a...
unsteady posture, wavering intent.
He's
much to
close.
learn yet.
Like, I'll give him that. He was very close. So if I had my skill go on again, then if he actually worked, if I worked on his skills, then he would have worked. They would have been fine.
Screw it! Bring it on, all of you!
Oh, flowing magma. Please, slow your steps.
One should 1,000 moves in one breath.
This gavel of justice is waiting. Spero can crimes be punished. From
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions. At your 1,000 moves in one breath. One should spar from unsteady posture, wavering intent, much to learn yet.
I gotta remember that the boss is no longer on the field, so I should actually
After
generally
all
be
this
fine.
time, you still tend to war for solutions.
I like going with Lyn, especially for the essentially the stupid amounts of enemies that spawn that are pretty much
much to learn yet.
just flying only.
Strike and sunder the tides cleft. Contract. Leave no peace bereft.
I think it's, I can't remember what the stage is called. Isn't it like anti-air or something like that? Fuck, in area defense.
Strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract and leave no peace bereft.
Which area am I heading to?
Strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract and leave no peace bereft.
Primed and ready.
Mission accomplished.
Okay. So that is the monthly done. Pretty, honestly, kind of an easy one, especially because it just minus the negative 35 damage reduction for you, which is just overall pretty good. The end. So yeah, you can kind of see it if you compare it to like my first few runs and then now, especially with the additional unlocks. You can tell, like, just how much I know, on top of the fact of, like, how powerful you can get really quickly, especially with the unlocks you get with the historical recognition. Like, some of these are just, like, the possibility getting this is insane. Anyway, I wanted to actually grab this on camera here, because this means I get, like, a pot 5 Tin Man